Hello friends, today we learn the new topic, new lesson, Miss Brill, written by Catherine Mansfield. Catherine Mansfield was born in Wellington, New Zealand in 1888 and died in Fontainebleau, France in 1923. Miss Brill. Miss Brill is a lesson written by Catherine Mansfield. She was born in New Zealand and died in France in 1923. After her early education, she moved to London to study music. After completion of her education, she moved to London for the study of music. She returned to New Zealand briefly but travelled back to London in 1908 to spend the rest of her life as a writer in England. Then she returned to New Zealand in 1908 to spend the remaining life as a writer in England. She found contemporary London artistically stimulating and established links with prominent British authors like D.H. Lawrence and Virginia Woolf. And after returning to New Zealand and in England, she found the contemporary London's artistically stimulating and established link with the British writers like D.H. Lawrence and Virginia Woolf. After the publication of her first volume of short fiction in a German pension 1911, she actively associated herself with the editor and critic John Middleton Murray, whom she eventually married after a failed first marriage. And she was actively associated with Middleton Murray, whom she married at the second time. The collection Bliss and Other Stories 1920 established her reputation as a writer of short fiction, and in 1920 she published her collection of short fiction named Bliss and Other Stories. This was reinforced by the publication of her next collection, Bliss and Other Stories, reinforced to publish another work. Next collection, The Garden Party 1922. Mansfield's life was cut short by tuberculosis, and her unpublished writings, including her letters and journals, appeared after her death. Many of her writings appeared after her death because she died by suffering of tuberculosis. Appeared after her death. In all, she wrote 88 stories, out of which 15 remained unfinished. 15 stories are unfinished because of her death. She never attempted writing a novel. She had not dared to write a novel. The present story, Miss Brill. The present story is taken from the collection The Garden Party. The story follows Miss Brill, an elderly woman who wears a fur coat and visits a park. It is a story of Miss Brill, an elderly woman. She wanted to wear a fur coat and visits a park. She is pleased to wear her fur coat in public, but the more time she spends outdoors. She wears her fur coat and wanted to spend most of his time indoors, but she spent her more times in outdoors. The more upset she becomes, and that's why she becomes more upset. She becomes loneliness. Her cheery mood is slowly replaced by tense of loneliness and disillusionment, till at last she decides to return home. And her chilly moods replaced the mood and the sense of loneliness, sense of disillusionment, and at last she decides to return to home. The actual lesson. Although it was so brilliantly fine, the blue sky, powdered with gold and great spots of light, like white wine splashed over the Jordan Publix. Jardin Publix means public garden. It was so brilliantly white, the blue sky powdered with gold and great spots of light, means the blue sky powdered with gold and covered with gold and great spots of light, like white wine. Miss Brill was glad that she had decided on her fur. She was very pleased, and she had decided to wear a fur coat. There was motionless at that time, there was motionless, but when you opened your mouth, there was just a faint chill, means the air was not only motionless, but when you opened your mouth, there was just a faint chill in the air, like a chill from a glass of iced water before you sip, like a chill from a glass of ice. When you drink a chilled water mixed with ice, and from that glass the chill from a glass of iced water before you sip, and now and again a leaf came drifting from nowhere from the sky. And at that time, means the atmosphere was very interesting, and at this atmosphere Miss Brill went to a garden. Miss Brill put up her hand and touched her fur, and she touched her fur. Dear little thing, it was nice to feel it again, and she also feels very nice by touching the fur. She has taken it out of its box. She had taken it out of its box that afternoon, and in that afternoon she takes the fur from the box, shaken out the moth powder, given it a good brush, and she cleans the fur with a moth powder and a brush, and rub the life back into the dim little eyes, and she remembers the golden days of her childhood. What has been happening to me? And she questions herself that what has been happening to her, said the sad little eyes. Oh, how sweet it was to see them snap at her again from the red eider dog. And she also touched the fur again, and she feels the sensation of that fur. But the nose, which was of some black composition, was not at all firm. It must have had a knock somehow. Never mind, a little dab of black stealing wax when the time came, when it was absolutely necessary. Little rug. Yes, she really felt like that about it. Little rug biting its tail just by her left ear. She could have taken it off and laid it on her lap and strolled it. And she cleaned the fur, and she put the take it off and laid it on her lap and strolled it. She felt a tingling in her hands and arm, and the sensation of the fur with her hands and arms, but that came from walking, she supposed, and when she breathed, something light and sad, and she remembers the old memories, something like happy memories and sad memories. No, not sad exactly. Something gentle seemed to move in her bosom, but she also wanted to remember the happy things or happy moods, and the happy things touched in her bosom. There were a number of people out this afternoon, and in that garden she saw a number of peoples in that afternoon, far more than last Sunday, far more than last Sundays. And the band sounded louder and gayer, and the band means the music sounded louder and gayer. That was because the season had begun, and the season had begun. It is the sign of the season had beginning. For although the band played all the years round on Sundays, out of season it was never the same. And for although the band played all the years round on Sundays, and in that Sundays the bands played all the years, and out of season it was never the same. It was like someone playing with only the family to listen, and the band was like someone playing with only the family and to listen. It didn't care how it played if there were not any strangers present, and the music or the with the family, only the family to listen. It didn't care how it played if there were not any stranger present. Was not the conductor wearing a new coat too? She was sure it was new. He scraped with his foot and flapped his arm like a rooster about to crow, and the bandsmen sitting in the green rotunda blew out their cheeks and glared at the music. Now there came a little flutty beat, very pretty, a little chain of bright drops. She was sure it would be repeated. It was. She lifted her head and smiled. And the music was very interesting, and the band was played in that Sunday in a very interesting or in a very interesting and very glorious mood. Now there came a little flirty beat, very pretty, little chain of bright drops. She was sure it would be repeated. It was. She lifted her head and smiled. By hearing such type of music, she was very pleased and lifted her head and smiled. Now, friends, today we will stop here.